Hello, this is Kylie from Hello Crafter, and today I'm showing you a little video how to make a little mini bunting in a bag project. So here's the bunting. We've got some colourful ice creams here on a string, and they come in a perfectly sized little mini pocket bag. So I'm going to start off by punching all my shapes out. And then I'll show you how to make the bag to go with it as well. So I've done all my punching, and if you have the sweet ice cream stamp set, you can stamp this cross-hatching onto your cones as well, just for some extra texture on those, which is what I'm going to do now. And you'll need to stamp on both sides of the cones. So I've got my crumb cake ink, my stamp. I'll just stamp on the first side, flip them over and stamp on the other side. I've got a length of white twine here as well, and this is what we're going to assemble our bunting onto. And we're going to do this by gluing the twine onto one side, a cone in between, and another ice cream on top, and the twine will be sandwiched in between those two ice cream shapes. So we can start by gluing the cones in place first, then that bit's already done. So if we take one of each colour and lay them out, and glue the cones down just at the bottom. If you lay them out in the order you want them on your bunting, it makes it easier to lay out your twine on top. And you could use your grid paper or a ruler if you want them really evenly spaced. You could just do it by eye like this. And I tend to leave about 1.5 centimetres gap between. Now, just without moving it too much, it's going to be easier to get some glue on the top of the cone, just the top piece of the cone, and then the rest of the ice cream. I'm going to do it fairly quickly. You could do one at a time if you feel more comfortable doing it that way. And then lay your twine, leaving some gap at the ends, over the top. You want the twine just to come above the line of the cone, and then sandwich it between the top ice cream. Give it a really good press down, just line them up nicely. Give them a good press down, and there you have your bunting. So to create my little pouch for the bunting, I've used a small piece of card which measures 14 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. So I've scored down this long edge at 1.5 centimetres, and I've turned it and scored it on the other way at 1.5, 6.5, 8 and 13. So I'm going to fold along those score lines. So this smaller section here is going to be where we're going to glue the bag together, and I'm going to cut away that corner there just going to create a little tab shape, and then I'll cut up these other score lines up to that crossways score line there, and I want to put some glue down on this tab, and you can use tape if you want to, and glue that down, and that will create a narrow box. Fold your small tabs down, and then one of those down, and then glue that last one. You may just want to get your bone folder in there just to make sure that's stuck down really well. We're just pinching the top of the box with our fingers inwards like this to close up the top. So pinch the sides. And then we have these little mini library clips. They're very tiny and they will hold that in place. So if you want to cover the front of your box, or the front and back, you need paper that measures 7.5 centimetres by 4.5 centimetres. So I'll just trim a little bit off here that will fit on the front. Do the back as well. And then just glue that in place. I've die cut a little label here for adding a sentiment on. So I'm using a stamp from this sweet ice cream set, which says, treat yourself. I'll stick that on there, and the other thing you can do is cut out some of these images to stick onto the front of your box to decorate it even more. So let's just cut out one of these ice creams. And I can stick that on. You can even, if you don't want to have words on the front of here, you can just place one of those over your die cut label. So it's up to you. I'm just going to use some foam pads to stick that down. And when I want to put my bunting in, I'll just fold it up. And pop it in. And then I can close it up with the little clip. And then we have our completed project, our mini bunting in a bag. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.